The problem is that we need new ideas. Till, let's say, a few years ago, a few months ago, we were thinking to an expanding trade with some problem, with tension, but in such a way of continuity. Now, after Trump decision, we have to change our mind and be quick to try to substitute the role the United States have decided to not to play again. And so we cannot do it in the old way, delaying, try to accommodate, but we have to take strong decisions because now the trade between China and Europe, economic relation, cross-border investment between China and Europe will be by far the most important trend of all the world economy. So we cannot anymore, let's say, make a compromise. We must have a clear idea of cooperation. The Great Bay Area is unique in some way, because it is Silicon Valley plus New York, plus banking. Let us put minor scale, but so this is a unique situation to have a strategy much more balanced in terms of services, industry, high tech. But this is also a problem because you cannot make separate deals. You must have a comprehensive view of all the system. And this is the reason why we cannot anymore do only agreements sectorial or concerning niche of the market. We must clearly try to have comprehensive projects, and this is where we have not yet had till now. "50 years were a period of increasing relations. Personally, I started to have relations in the 80s, and I followed how not only China has grown, but openness of the country has increased. But now the past 50 years are something different from the next 50 years. Because of the new American strategy, we cannot deal step by step, case by case. We must have some sort of finding common rule. In the past, we have never been able. There was a moment in which we tried with the so-called comprehensive agreement on investment. There was the idea of making, let's say, a frame in which we could put particular decisions. Then it was impossible because new political tensions between China and Europe. And I do think that we have to think back to some similar idea, not a treaty because it's difficult, but a frame of rules in which we can get into all our problems. Because China is unique, and so the path of modernization cannot be similar. Look, now China has a quantitative and qualitative leadership in industry and export. China now has the biggest responsibility for the world economy. So, in terms of technology, long-range planning, and let's say also necessary openness to the world, not only in trade, but also convertibility of the currency, let's say, to have the role that is necessary, that is the consequence of the dimension of the economy. When there are quite a great fields in which take not only steel, but take solar energy, take wind energy, take electrical car, in which you have more than half of the world product. I sum up the problem that Europe is the best political bread never invented in the world. But this bread is half cooked and half not cooked, so it's not so good. And so we have to make progress, to be more united, to elaborate one policy, and China must understand that it's convenient for both to do it. Even in all the international institutions, now we have a crisis in all the UN organizations, and take health organization, WTO, we have to reorganize the WTO. And this is something that we must do without the United States, not because of our responsibility, but because of an American decision. And the rest of the world must reorganize. And China has a very peculiar responsibility. And China with Europe is a win-win solution.